The stock we're going to look at today is Exelon Corporation with ticker symbol EXC. Exelon Corporation is a utility company, so of course they're in the energy delivery and generation business. In April of last year, they put together a merger agreement with Constellation Energy, which is a supplier of power and natural gas. Exelon, through its subsidiaries, provides power and natural gas in Pennsylvania, Chicago, and Northern Illinois, as well as 2 counties in Maryland. Given that they're a company in the utility industry, of course, it's a less volatile stock and provides a significant dividend yield as seen here. Currently, this dividend yield of 5.23% is significantly higher than its peers' dividend yield in the utility industry. We can also see here that the return on invested capital, this is a 5-year average number here. The return on invested capital is 10.5%. Again, that's the 5-year average, so that's a pretty good number. The last quote from Friday was $39.74, and looking at the earnings for the last several years, we're able to determine the current price to earnings ratio for Exelon Corporation is 10.27. The 3-year average comes in even better at 9.89, and the 7-year average PE is 12.28. So from a value perspective, Exelon looks interesting at the current level. Here we see that the 52-week trading range for Exelon, with the low at 39.06 and the high of $45.45. So clearly we're at the low end of the 52-week range right now. Another interesting point is if we look at the PE ratios for the last 5 years, we'll see that the high PE ratio in that time period was 26, while the low PE ratio for the last 5 years was 10. So clearly right now, given that the current PE ratio is 10.27, we're at the low end of the historical PE ratios for Exelon. So given that it's consistent earnings and significant dividend yield and also a consistent return on invested capital, Exelon definitely looks like an interesting stock currently. And again, it's a good addition to the portfolio as a low-risk investment, given that it's a utility company. If we look at the chart for the last several months for Exelon, and here we see that it had a significant drop after breaking below the 50-day moving average here, and then again a significant drop after breaking below the 200-day moving average, which is the red line here. But of course this resulted, as we can see in the slow stochastic indicator at the bottom here, in a very oversold position well below the 20 line here, currently at 3.08. And again, we saw that this recent decline has put Exelon in value territory, and we can see that actually the last 2 times that we entered this area in the volatile trading environment, we've had it usually rebounded around this area. Once here, which is actually a little further down from where we are, but definitely close, and once here right around the level that we are now. So that sums it up for this edition, and remember to check the blog post, the blog site with the address here for the next post. Thanks, bye.